You know those movies where some weird stuff happens and it totally flips a person's life upside down? This film is exactly like that, but somehow it feels way more real. It's about this 11-year-old girl, Polly, whose life was super neat and quiet, just like a school notebook. Every day was the same: school, homework, home. Pretty boring, right? Well, one day she looks out the classroom window and sees her dad, Nate, who's been in prison for a while, pulling up in this old beat-up car. Polly barely even remembered him. From that first second when she saw the car smelling like gas and something else she couldn't place, she knew something was totally wrong. Nate was wearing this huge jacket that belonged to her stepdad, and Polly just thought, okay, this is officially the weirdest day of my life, and things are probably never going to be normal again. The first few days, their whole relationship was just filled with awkward silence and anxiety. Polly was scared of her dad and tried to keep her distance, but Nate was trying so hard to break the ice. To protect Polly from a dangerous gang with blue lightning tattoos, he cut her hair with some rusty scissors in a grimy motel room to change her look. He even taught her how to defend herself with a pen, like she was about to be in an action movie. They had to run because Nate had really pissed off this gang in prison, and now they were out to finish him. Slowly, these two started to get closer, and a kind of friendship was forming. Polly could see the fear in her father's eyes, but there was something deeper too, a real love for his daughter. Just when Polly was starting to trust Nate and think this new life might not be so bad, a TV news report in a dirty motel room ruined everything. The reporter announced that Polly's mom and stepdad had been murdered and that the police considered Nate the main suspect. Polly's heart felt like it was ripped out of her chest. In that moment, Nate went from a caring dad to a monster. With her hands shaking, she grabbed the phone and gave their location to the police. When Nate found out, he was devastated, but instead of getting mad, he looked at Polly with so much pain in his eyes and said, "They killed your mom, not me. They were the same gang that was hunting him." Nate told Polly she could do whatever she wanted, but Polly, who now saw that her father was in a pain even deeper than her own, decided to stay with him. From then on, the running continued, but now they had a shared goal: revenge. They were like two lost souls moving from town to town, eating leftover food and sleeping in stolen cars. At one point, Nate tried to rob a place to get some money and ended up getting shot. While Nate was bleeding out, they ran into a detective named John Park. Park helped them and revealed a huge secret. The town sheriff, the guy who was supposed to be the good guy, was the real leader of the gang. Nate, who finally had a purpose, made a deal with Park. He'd help catch the sheriff in exchange for Polly's protection. In the final scene, Nate told Polly, "Bye, you have to be alone from now on," and went to fight his last battle. But Polly, who wasn't the scared girl she was at the start of the movie, followed him. In the middle of a crazy, heart-pounding shootout, she found Nate tied up. With total courage, she freed him and they tried to escape together. But just when they thought it was all over, the sheriff, with his last breaths, shot at Polly. Nate, without a second thought, threw himself in front of her. The bullet hit him and he died, but Polly survived. The movie ends with Polly living in a foster home. Her face was still sad, but it wasn't empty of hope anymore. She knew that her father, for all his mistakes, was a true hero for her, and that was all that mattered.